Cheers. What is going on, everybody? And welcome to the third annual jaBROni Awards. It is the most prestigious day of the year. We are here. It is New Year's Eve. We are coming live from the safest city in the United States of America, Philadelphia. You got
top five at least, right?
Yeah, no murders ever occur here. I am the happiest of jaBROnis, Mr. Topher McCann. And that man right here, oh my God, the suit as well with the hat. Our jaBROni world champion, Mr. Mike Butler.
Yeah, the hair was wet and I didn't dry it. Usually don't dry it after the shower. Kind of just let it air dry. So I feel like I shouldn't look like that, all wet head and everything. So I threw the hat on, it's all good. And it's an homage to Steve Austin anyway, who may or may not have a jaBROni, or excuse me, an award here. So not a jaBROni of the Year award. No.
Yeah, well, he's not that.
No, not that one. Just a jaBROni award.
Before we get into the award ceremony this year, we have 11. We added one. I think we had moment of the year. We switched that up now. We have a best moment of the year and a worst moment of the year. So we have 11 total categories. But before we get into it and start handing out the awards, and again, they're here. Right here, sealed. You can't see what's in there, but right here, all ready to go. No one knows who's going to win. I don't know.
It's a mystery.
All right. But first, Michael, you have pulled up our award winners from the second annual jaBROni Awards.
Yes. So I have mine at least. So this year I'll start taking down both because I like to consider myself the treasurer or the record holder or whatever that title is for that type of person of the jaBROnis. So so I thought it'd be funny to go down memory lane and see how our award winners from last year are faring, or at least mine. So for Breakout Star of the Year, I elected Damian Priest, which, I mean, think about it. He had the Bad Bunny thing going on at WrestleMania. Pretty sure there was a United States Championship run in that general area. So it looked really, really good. And, you know, I'm not upset about that pick right now. I'm not thinking, oh, man, what a bonehead pick. He's in the Judgment Day now. This is going to launch his career, I feel like.
I mean, for most of the year, he was acted like he was the leader of it when we all knew Finn was. Remember, we talked about that all year. It was
but that's the attitude you kind of have. That's the attitude you have to have.
Breakout Star does.
You know, The Rock didn't let Farouk just run the nation. Oh, no. He took that shit over. That's kind of what we're looking at here. So I like that pick. If you remember any of yours, please feel free to also.
Honestly, I feel like I know my male wrestler of the year was Drew McIntyre.
So speaking of which, mine was Bryan Danielson. And that's pretty crazy. Again, I feel like this is not really counting his AEW stuff, right? Well, no, I guess it has to.
It would, yeah. I mean, he had those
since I called him Bryan Danielson, right? Yeah. So I don't remember what he did last year to get that, but it must have been something really good. Since,
he had the Omega. I mean, they had
the Omega match, but I remember not being a fan of the first one, at least. I remember being a fan of the next one. So congratulations to him. Now he's, it looks like he's on his way to an AEW title shot against MJF. Interesting pick right there, I must say. 2021 Butler was not he was a goofy one. He was a goofy one for sure. I feel like there may have been a better pick there. I don't know. Female Wrestler of the Year, Bianca Belair. I think that's a no-brainer. I think she was a worthy candidate.
Well,
I feel like that's a worthy candidate. She's a worthy candidate for 2022 Female Wrestler of the Year. So it was a good.
Sealed in the envelope. I have no idea, but it
no,
could be.
I mean, who knows? Who knows? Babyface of the Year, Big E, and it's such a shame where he could have gone if he had not broke his neck. Unfortunate, but I mean, you can't argue with that. I mean, WWE champion, everybody was pumped for him.
He lost the title already at that point, though, right? He lost it when he broke his neck.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I'm just saying, everyone loves him, and he's gonna get the biggest pop whenever he comes back.
If
Did I say if, or did you say if? Don't bring
I
that
said if.
juju. Yeah, don't bring that juju. How
Oh
dare
no,
you.
I just like, hey, you don't want. Did you see what he did to him?
I did see,
We
but
need him to be safe. We need Biggie. We need to
he
protect
didn't
him.
need to have any fusion though, so that's good. Heel, I think it's no brainer. He may or may not bring home another one. Roman Reigns is heel of the year for 2021.
Is that what
Um,
you?
I
God, did
yeah,
I
I
have
wrote it down.
I had to have MJF.
Yeah, you must have. You must have. Somebody had to have.
I feel like I remember.
I feel like
Yeah,
he was my 2020 heel, actually.
I feel like he's probably been my last 2 years.
I mean, he's won the
Never know.
Diamond Ring
Could
3
be.
straight years, so
Could be 3. I have no idea. It's just
this is
people away.
interesting. Wow.
Boop, boop,
Yeah,
boop,
he was
boop.
my 2020 heel of the year. So there you go. Tag team of the year, Lucha Bros. Wow.
Wait, what? Is that,
Yeah.
did you really do that?
I think that was on the height of that cage match they had with the Young Bucks. Had to have. Must have been tag team of the. I did not pick the Usos.
Oh, for a second. No, as soon as you said that originally, I thought of Lucha House Party. So that's why I started. I was like, wait, no. I would have remembered that.
Yeah, that's funny.
insane.
No, Callisto is not on this list from last year. Maybe this year.
Again, we don't know. It could.
We don't know.
Lucha House Party. You never know.
And right on cue, match of the year, Lucha Bros versus the Young Bucks, steel cage.
I believe I had that.
Might have agreed with that one. Might have agreed with that one, if I recall correctly.
Wonderful agree this year. Yet again, we won't know. We'll find out
soon. I know I have my picks for this year. I don't remember them because I did them when you sent me the list.
So last night I was like, we're doing the award show tomorrow, right?
I don't know why I thought it was next week. I don't know.
Because I was like,
there's a break.
I was like, I haven't really. I remember I didn't watch Raw this week. I remember I had Dynamite on, and then again my sling. I think my sling got infatuated with FS1 when it was on there. Like,
yo, I like this channel,
and it doesn't record it on normal Fox, so I have to redo my recording now because it's just like the last one.
Does it record whatever's on FS1 at that time?
No, it just has. I have one SmackDown recording from FS1 like the first week of December. So at like 8:30, I went to go put on SmackDown from the beginning, and it was like, nope, we're already in this. We're a half hour in. So I watched it half hour in, and then they showed me what happened with Bray and Uncle Howdy.
Not Uncle Howdy. Not Uncle Howdy. If it is, they changed the mask or something because that was not Uncle Howdy. You could see it clear as day, and now pictures are coming out. It clears day.
Well, yeah, I think they changed I think they've realized that all of the prosthetics and big man and everything kind of looked a little ridiculous, especially if you're going to end up, like I said, unveiling who's under this huge. What are you going to take off this huge like mascot head? It's going to make you look like an idiot.
It was never a mascot head. It was a mask and a hat. It wasn't a mascot head.
It literally looked like that. Now
it looked like it, but it wasn't.
Now it literally just looks like you could see the guy's actual chin. So when he reveals himself, it's just like a boom, like a Phantom of the Opera instead of a fucking.
If I get a good look at that chin, I could tell who it is. Anyway,
it's Bo. You saw him. That picture that leaked with where you saw the chin exposed and the eyes. I know those beautiful eyes. Can't fool me.
2021 Feud of the Year. What do you think this is?
The Feud of the
Year 2021. WWE.
Oh, it was in WWE. God, I don't remember anything that happened in WWE.
It was Seth Rollins and Edge. They had a few bangers. They had a Crown Jewel Hell in a Cell match. They had the SummerSlam match where we got the Brood stuff. Really liked it. Rollins was kind of on fire mid 2021 up until now. He has not cooled off one bit, I feel like.
Damn, I cannot remember at all. I don't think I had that.
No,
I don't think so. I feel like mine came from AEW.
Maybe.
But again, I don't. We're going down your journey. If I remember it, I'll hop in. But
Moment of the year. So we did have a moment of the year.
yes, just moment. We didn't have a worse moment.
Gotcha. It was WrestleMania and the fans returning. Big time moment. You had to have agreed with that.
Maybe Punk returning. I might have had.
Oh, you might have had Punk returning. Yes.
Yeah, I vaguely remember telling that story a lot on here, and I feel like I remember telling the story of like watching it in the back of a vehicle and going nuts. That was that. No, that had to be my moment of the year. That was insane. An insane pop. Come on. Or Cena returning. Cena turning against Roman. Was that last year too? That was awesome.
That was last year.
Oh, I could do my Enzo dance now.
Oh. And then last, certainly not least, and a well-deserved award, the Jabroni of the Year last year for Mr. Jabroni World Champion Tony Khan was the 2021 Jabroni of the Year.
I remember mine. It was Bailey, right? Or no, not Bailey.
I don't know. I don't have yours written down.
No, I'm telling you.
Now
It was
I'm going to start.
Nikki Ash.
Yeah, it was Nikki Ash. You were very adamant about that. I was very shocked about it.
And she's gone now. See? She's gone now. So yeah, if you make someone Jabroni of the Year,
you've fixed them. Nobody wants to be Jabroni of the Year 2 times in a row. That's what happens. She realized she was Jabroni of the Year. You know what she did? She got a new gimmick.
And you know what? She also grabbed the dog shit title that I talk shit on. Basically, as soon as the golf course roll up with Jinder and R-Truth, that was the only time it was cool. And there was that little smidgen where Reggie was involved and he was doing shit at the park. But besides that, she also got rid of that stupid superhero gimmick, and she got that title, and she missed the trash can, but she threw it out.
She's like, ain't no fucking way I'm ending up Jabroni of the Year 2 times in a row.
So she could be female wrestler. You never know. Again, like I said.
Whoa, female, whoa, female wrestler of the year.
Right, yeah, but and Tony Khan with your Jabroni of the Year last year. I mean, if he was just Jabroni of the Year,
I think it was mainly because of his tweets. He tweeted out a lot of stupid shit. Like, remember the bot thing on Twitter? Yes. That was weird. I mean,
was that true? Did Elon prove that true?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I can't take back. I can the awards were sent out for last year. I can't take them back. Once they're in the envelope, it's done.
It's true.
So,
I feel like he had less control of his company in the year 2022. So I feel like he's done more to actually than what you had for him.
Maybe it was a sign of things to come. Maybe it's like, yo, dude, you're gonna fuck up next year, so just take this.
You're gonna let dudes just do whatever they want right in front of you, and you're not going to say anything, and you're almost gonna choke on a water bottle when you're drinking it.
And then he also bought ROH, and he just hasn't done anything with it. So hot take, I feel like that is
they're getting their streaming. Aren't they getting a show?
I think they're. I don't know. I think they're doing Fight TV, right? I don't know.
They're gonna have a stream. Yeah, we're not by like. Oh, I don't want. Never mind. My comment's gonna give away my Jabroni of the Year.
Whoa.
It's in here, so I don't want to. Do you think we should?
Let's get into it.
Kick off the festivities.
Let's get into it.
All right. First up, and I don't know. I have it in case. I got the guitar here. You guys, if we need an intermission, we'll play a song or something. I got you guys. So just stick around for that. Okay, don't fall. Come on. All right. It almost fell. I don't even know where that came from, so.
You just randomly grabbed a guitar.
Yeah, there's just things around my house. There's a drum set right there. Let's get into our first category. All right, we are doing Breakout Star of the Year. And all right, and also just to mention here first, there's going to be 2 winners for each category. I'm going to have my winner, and Michael's going to have his. Michael, would you like to start off your
I will,
breakout
because I
star?
want to.
You told me, not to interrupt you, I'm sorry. You
Sorry,
told
no,
me
go
that
ahead.
you think I would be surprised by yours. And when you said that, I think I knew who you were going to pick. And I was almost on that same, but I don't think we have the same one.
So I don't know. I don't remember texting you that. I think I think you'll be surprised by some of my picks. Not necessarily breakout star of the year, but maybe you will be surprised by breakout star of the year. I don't know.
Mine's a little
I think
outside the box.
some of the picks that I have here, I didn't think I would be picking, but I did. So breakout star of the year, I would like to go first because I want to set a precedent. Breakout star of the year for me, it doesn't have to be a rookie or anything like
I
that.
agree with
For
it.
me. You agree with that?
Because I changed. That's why I said mine was outside the box because it's not a rookie.
Right. Okay. Plus, I mean, you look at the rookies. Who would we pick anyway? You know.
A-Tail down.
Oh well, so he was number 3. He came in third.
He would be in the.
He
He
came
did
in
not
third.
grab it.
And
He was in the nominee.
the only reason he came in third is because I kind of have, and I don't think this has ever happened in jaBROni Awards history. I kind of have a tie. Can we do that?
I have a tie for one category this year.
Okay. So I'm going to keep this tie then. All right. Breakout stars of the year.
We'll allow it. That's a new thing. We'll allow one tie each year.
Okay, fine. I don't think it's ever going to happen again for me personally, but this I had this picked out like almost immediately, but then as I'm watching SmackDown, I'm like, oh, but him too. And I don't think it's any coincidence either. I mean, outside the ring, they're besties. They're best friends. My breakout stars of the year go to Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. Unbelievable years those two had. KO with the Austin match, all the way back, dating back to the Royal Rumble. I think was it Kevin Owens and Reigns at Rumble, or was it Rollins and Reigns?
Royal Rumble was Rollins. Isn't that when
it was Rollins?
The Shield stuff. The year prior might have been Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I think it might have been a year prior. But even aside from that, the year he had facing Austin, doing this stuff with Sammy and everything, the Elias stuff and the Ezekiel stuff, great matches all around. KO, I think, deserved to be in there. And again, not just like in-ring action, but just promo-wise, everything like that. When Triple H took over, immediately you saw a difference in Kevin Owens. So kudos to him. And, Sami Zayn, I mean, the Knoxville match, the stuff he's done with the Bloodline, the Brock Lesnar stuff, just everything. And again, like I think he's the most entertaining star in the WWE right now. And I don't think there's a close second. So those two are my breakout stars of the year.
All right. Let me check this out here. All right. Up for my breakout star of the year. Oh, wow. And
shocker.
Whoa. For the first time tonight, we have a tie because meaning us. I also chose Sami Zayn for breakout star of the year, in which I was saying it was outside of the box because he's been around for a while. But
right
on the Kevin Owens thing, fine. But breakout star for me, the guy's been a breakout star since Elimination Chamber 2015 when he debuted, beat John Cena. That was it. That was the stamp.
Of course.
So anytime I see Kevin Owens, it's like I always think he's
and you should. But I think he was kind of in limbo recently with what he was doing with the Ezekiel stuff in a way. Like, not a lot of people liked it. I don't think he really had a real direction.
But again, it was the only one that could have made it work.
Right.
He's the only person who made the Ezekiel thing where right after WrestleMania, everyone was the only thing people were talking about for like a month after Mania was that Ezekiel storyline. And you can go back on it. It's like people were tweeting about it, saying how much they liked it. I'm pretty sure I made a burner account. WWE Ezekiel for life. I think that's still out there. I think I deleted it. But along with it, I mean, he had a match with Stone Cold at WrestleMania. It's like I cannot. Honestly, he's a star. But to Sami Zayn, when I was coming up with it, there was. You thought of your Austin Theories. I thought of your Ricky Starks. But again, there's
a good one.
Where that kind of already is, like I said, where does it go next? And I don't see that. I kind of see him floundering for a little bit. It's I guess more of a prediction, but also I'm talking about 2023 now. So I'm not really going to give the nod to somebody who just all of a sudden, I don't know, got the title shot and had a really good promo with MJF. But again, I digress. It's going back to Sami Zayn. When originally this started, we were like, Before this, he was doing the conspiracy theory angle, and it was fun. It was fine. It was nothing. It was interesting. He kept saying he was going to make a documentary.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on the documentary.
Hilarious if he put out a full blown hour plus documentary.
He had a teaser trailer or something for it.
And he debuted it with Logan Paul and all that stuff. Yeah. So, but just him and the Bloodline and the Usos and some of the things. Hey, I'm not the biggest fan of certain things like the Usi thing. It's like things like you got to sell a T-shirt. I get that. They were wearing a shirt last night. What was it? The Island of Relevancy with all them on it.
Yep,
that was a pretty dope shirt. So I mean, again, your marketing is working. But
yes, absolutely. Just glad you brought up Logan Paul too, because I think he needs a shout out. A shout out. The matches that he's had 3, I know, but they've all been very good. All 3 of them blew my expectations away, much like Bad Bunny did last year.
Consideration, he definitely. I mean,
he wasn't in consideration like McAfee 2 years ago was in consideration. Remember, McAfee brought this one home 2 years ago for both of us.
NXT COVID run and everything.
Yeah,
kicking Adam Cole in the head. Fantastic.
And the fact that he got AJ Hawk on NXT TV is just awesome too.
Logan Paul, a whole other thing. All those guys and the Andrew Tates, your Logan Pauls, all in the past week, the end of the year, are looking like their 2023 is not going to be Breakout.
What did Logan Paul do? I know that
Logan Paul's in this crypto zoo. CoffeeZilla from YouTube, who has millions of subscribers, ripped him apart in a three-part series, and it's not looking good, dude. It looks like he scammed many people out of this crypto scam and walked with the money. There's DMs that this CoffeeZilla did a 3-part docu-series on it. I suggest you check it out. The dude is legit, CoffeeZilla. I've seen his videos for years. He exposes people like this.
They're gonna have to send me a link to that one. Did you see his Prime? Like, did you see a clip of everyone trying to get his Prime in the UK?
It's so. I had got my son it for Christmas.
You were saying it was funny because I came across this clip on Twitter and coincidentally, it was an Aldi that was selling them in the UK. First off, I didn't even know my job reached the UK, but they do apparently.
I didn't think they sold Prime. I thought that was like
neither did I. That's another thing. They don't really sell the name brand stuff, but it was like it was a scene out of like a mall on Black Friday. People were like trampling over each other just trying to get this Prime stuff.
It's got artificial sweeteners. It's like coconut water. It is not good. I am a diehard fan of Gatorade. I love it. So I mean, maybe I'm a sugar guy. I'm not a Gatorade Zero guy. I'm not a Gatorade. I'm not. Yeah, you need that fake shit. I am not a fan of. I will give me the diabetes normally, please and thank you. So Breakout Star of the Year, we have Sami Zayn and also Kevin Owens.
Yeah. Great job, guys. Great job. Great year. Great year.
This is beautiful stuff. This is beautiful stuff. We will move on next. We are going to do Tag Team of the Year. I played Babyface of the Year for a second. Oopsies.
Whoops.
Stupid producer.
Whoops.
Stupid handsome producer. What are you doing? You're supposed to hand me the envelopes and then play the things. It's not that hard.
Piece of shit. If I clearly I'm outside on the red carpet. If I were in there, I would make sure that things were going on.
We have to cover everywhere. There's people everywhere.
What's up, dude? Yeah, no, don't touch her that way. No,
you can't come in the frame. No. You stay over there. That's why you're there, and I'm in front of the camera. Thank you.
Hold the boom properly, please. Thank you.
Hand me my whiskey. Thank you. All right. Next up, we have Tag Team of the Year, and you start the last one. I will start this off. It seems that the sexy pick of the year is to give it to someone who was not given a shot. They were the reason why rankings were just like forgot about in AEW. They just all of a sudden had to finally put out something saying, we're not going to, like, the rankings are like, we're going to put them out secretly once a month now instead of weekly, because everyone was ripping us apart because your tag team rankings was a fucking joke for 2022. The top tag team was always FTR and they were never there. So that alone, I don't care if they went to every single other company and put on like a 3-match bangers with the Briscoes. Unfortunately, the FTR is not going to get it because of that, because they were handled very poorly from the AEW aspects.
I was going to say, are you really going to go FTR this year? Because a lot of people have went FTR.
Yeah, and I get from what they're doing overall in wrestling, but it's like when you're signed to one company mainly, and you're the best tag team, and you're just kind of like, oh, we're going to use them to like have titles in all the other companies that nobody watches. Sorry, guys. For
visibility. It's visibility. I don't watch New Japan. I don't have Access TV, or I don't have MLW fucking stuff. I've been to their shows or whatever, but you know, wherever, or AAA, like I don't watch it. Like nobody watches any of it. And
this is no knock on them. I love FTR. I thought the first episode of, was it Dax's podcast, was kind of a little weak sauce. I don't think he.
All right, well, dude, that's his first show. I mean, he ain't pros like us. Dude.
Topic wise.
Oh, topic.
They kept waiting. Viewers. They kept waiting to get to the end for the whole all out thing, and then it was just like, I guess they can't say anything, but it was just.
I was gonna say, I was like, how is he gonna talk about this if they can't say anything?
Yeah, it was such a cop out, and it was just like they just kind of talked about it for a few minutes and then just dropped. Like, I don't know, it was just like, oh, that was kind of a cheap way to try to get your first episode. And originally, you thought, when I saw pictures and everything, I was like, oh, CM Punk gonna be.
That's what I thought.
That's
what I thought. Yeah.
So click. It's like getting a thumbnail, like those thumbnails.
I don't hate that method though.
Hey, clicks. Get your clicks.
Clicks.
And then it goes all the way back to most of the year for AEW was Swerve in Our Glory, in which I thought was just a forced together tag team. And they had their run. It's like Swerve's great, Keith Lee, but it all then goes back to, we had the Usos doing their thing, and I feel like that's a boring pick. Also, I feel like the Usos, again, put bangers on. They're 1D in people. That's fine, but I gotta go, and I gotta give it to the Acclaimed. I'm giving it to the Acclaimed. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't the biggest fan of the Acclaimed probably last year, but I just think for this year so much, and I don't know if it's just finally for the press conference with this a month or so ago when he go at the Will Washington and Fightful, and he finally was just like the media and all that stuff and went at them. I was like, oh, I fucking love this guy. Scissor my daddy ass. He gets it. He's not a fan of the US media. He's smart. Fuck us. Fuck all these other people. We don't know shit. Scissor me,
don't.
daddy ass. Let me get up on this camera. Scissor me, daddy ass. The Acclaim Tag Team of the Year.
That is such a good pick, and I'm really glad that you picked them. So they're not going home empty-handed, because they were number 2 for me. I'm sorry, but there's no way I cannot take the Usos this year. I didn't take them last year. Got to take the Usos this year. If memory serves me correctly, which it hasn't done well at today already, did they unify the titles this year against Orton and Riddle? So it must have been early. But yeah, so you can't really argue there. And
I think they were
on
mine
TV,
last
Jay's
year.
been what's that?
They had to be mine last year, I believe. It should have been Madcap and
think it was.
Baron Corbin, honestly, but I mean,
Jay on TV with Sammy had been great. Jimmy and Sammy have been great. Just the interactions with them, and just in the ring, they've had match. Oh my god, the match with the New Day just recently, where it was if they beat the New Day, they would be the longest reigning champs ever. If the New Day won, then that match on SmackDown. I thought that was excellent. I thought it was so good. So kudos to the Usos. Probably should have been last year for me, but you weren't, and I'm sorry. So there you go.
because they the ones,
and we the twos.
Obviously. Beautiful, beautiful stuff there. So Tag Team of the Year, congratulations to the Acclaimed and the Usos.
Great job, guys. Great job. And everyone is champion, and it's exactly how it should be, not like Swerve in Our Glory. They never should have been champs. I'm sorry. They never should have been champs.
Hey, can't disagree with you there. All right, next up here, we're gonna do that one. All right, we are going Babyface time. All right. He's the good guy. He's the hero. He's what you want to be. And he's what the women want. He's the face, the baby face of
Not in
the
2022.
year.
Not in 2022. They like women like the heels.
Well, I mean, everyone loves the heel, but I mean, we're talking. He's the superhero. He's the 6-year-olds they look up to. They love him. They want to be him one day. Michael, you have the honors.
I do, and
with our Babyface of the
Year. Roman Reigns has been such a heel over the last year or two, right? So you would think that there would be a consistent babyface to counteract him, I guess you would say. But thinking back, I couldn't think of a babyface that stood out this entire year in the WWE. So then I started looking at AEW, and it didn't take me long to find my Babyface of the Year. My first award to an AEW superstar goes to Jonathan Moxley, Babyface of the Year. Guys, first off, I mean, he's not only a babyface on TV, he is the hero in AEW. I think he salvaged this shit year that AEW had between Brawl Out and everything else, and he saved it. He is Superman. He is AEW's Superman. You look for a hero. Everything you said, Toph, leading up to this category is Jon Moxley for AEW. And he gave up his vacation. He still hasn't been on vacation, guys. When they needed a champion, Jon Moxley was there. When they needed a hero, Jon Moxley was there. And when they needed blood, Jon Moxley spilt it. And now he's a dad. And now his wife works there too. I miss them so goddamn much. Jon Moxley, Babyface of the Year.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To that. I'll drink to that. I will drink to that. Hand me a joint, please. Thank you. All right. Babyface of the Year joint. All right. So
I don't have.
We will
thing.
be shifting companies. We will be going over to the WWE side for me.
Wow, I'm very curious. If you say Drew McIntyre, I might have to beat you
No,
up.
it is not Drew McIntyre. This man may have been limited this year in competition, but again, I feel he is the definition of a babyface in this company, the number one babyface in this company. After being a babyface in another company to being completely despised by everyone, but then anticipation. Seth doesn't have an opponent at WrestleMania. And you know who showed up, and you know who went nuts. The WWE Universe. Because the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And I literally just the definition of a babyface. The red, white, and blue. Fighting for his father. He's going to get the championship he never got to have because he won, but it was a count out, so the title didn't switch hands. And as a young boy, he didn't understand that. But he might not physically be able to put that title on his father, but he can put that title on the American Nightmare. My babyface of the year, Cody Rhodes. Clap, 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 clap. How are we not doing Cody? It was unanimous. I thought.
Here's why we're not doing Cody. He got injured in June. That's like half the year.
I said I started off with that.
I'm just saying. I mean, I thought of Cody for Babyface of the Year, for Male Superstar of the Year, for Moment of the Year, which may or may not be Moment of the Year, but I couldn't take him. He missed too much time. He can still get Moment of the Year between WrestleMania and between the reveal of his pec at Hell in a Cell, but not
Moxley
Babyface.
doesn't remind me of a babyface.
Yeah, but he is. He is though.
I mean, they really matched him up against a bunch of guys that I like, though. So I mean,
I mean, like if Moxley
went Hangman,
if Moxley said "fuck off" and go on vacation while MJF was out and everything, like I mean,
and he didn't get his money back either.
He didn't get
on that vacation. We already figured that out. We saw the receipts, so that's
why Moxley's probably the babyface of the year in more ways than one. Okay.
All right. So congratulations to Jon Moxley, Cody Rhodes, babyface of the year. Oh, hell yeah. So I guess the only thing that makes sense now is to move on to heel of the year. Oh boy, I'm gonna start this one off here. This is pretty easy. This is probably the easiest one on the entire card here. Might have been the first one I wrote down. It wasn't that long to write down because it's only 3 letters. And I believe for the 3rd year in a row, MJF is my heel of the year. I mean, I don't even need to say much, but just look at the past year with his little own pipe bomb and leaving and coming back, and the whole leaving the pay-per-view and getting on a flight and then coming back. Oh, and then the CM Punk stuff. Oh boy. you just the mic work alone, just with MJF and CM Punk during the feud. He's the thing that we missed the most when he wasn't around. God, it sounds like I'm describing Wrestler of the Year too. But yes, my heel of the year is MJF. Then I don't think anybody comes close to him whatsoever.
Well, originally I had disagreed, but I'm looking back at my notes of the year, and I can't disagree with you. It is MJF, heel of the year. I looked back at my notes, and the first annual jaBROni Awards, he was my heel of the year. And then last year was Roman. And then this year, I also had Roman written down. But then looking at Roman and MJF's year, because really those are the only two. It's the only two options, right?
I agree there.
So looking at the years, I mean, this is the year that Roman kind of dipped in TV, wasn't really there.
He had his light schedule.
MJF
Also,
wasn't really there.
but it's the balance. Give me my M joint F, please. M joint F. M joint F.
Some of the reasons why he wasn't really there is because he was doing his thing and whatever that was.
He was doing his work shoot. Everyone knew about it.
Shoot, you know, I guess for the better of TV, was it worth it? Who knows? Your ratings suffered a lot while he was gone. He is heel. He is heel of the year. He is. There's no question about it. And of course, you know, you had my babyface of the year and my heel of the year. Also for the AEW title. I tell you, AEW knows how to build those baby faces and heels, even if they don't mean to. Moxley should get a vacation. Okay?
It's coming. It's coming. Maybe in March. We have to have him in a couple battle royals and tournaments first, and then we will send him on his way. We needed him in the $300,000 battle royal Rampage. Obviously, you can't go on vacation. We need you for this. You're already here for Dynamite. All right. So congratulations. So we're 5. What are we? Was this 4? No, we're 4 in.
That's 4.
And we've had 2 unanimous winners so far. This is exciting. Congratulations, MJF.
Cool.
I'm sure you don't give a shit.
Yeah, you don't give a shit.
You already know all of this is true. So we will go fuck ourselves and move on to Feud of the Year. Alrighty. So, Feud of the Year. Michael, you are you ready to start this one off?
I am.
We're going to be unanimous again?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't think you'll give this guy an award.
Fair. I don't know who it is, but fair.
We have our first repeat award winner, I think.
Oh, you're gonna have 2. Oh my God, he's gonna have 2 jaBROni awards.
Yes,
It's
at least on my side, he is.
Sometimes it's a good thing.
So last night I text you something, a question, and I couldn't find any information for some reason on when this shit took place. But then you clarified. Feud of the Year is MJF versus CM Punk. It was the most interesting thing I thought AEW did in 2022. Between both their matches. That dog collar match. From start to finish. Perfect. The build. Punk's entrance. The match. Could not have been better. The CM Punk's first loss in AEW. MJF. I can't say enough. And right now, I know Punk is in a weird place. Whether or not he's going to be back, I don't know. I don't care. In the short time he was there, he had the feud of the year, Punk and MJF. Congratulations.
Thank you. Let's see here. All right. And my feud of the year. We're going to have I got more. We have we're in agreement again. It's going to MJF and CM Punk. Again, it's another easy one. I feel like I explained everything already, kind of, for why I gave MJF heel of the year. I mean, just the promo battles between these guys, the matches, the storytelling, with all the way down to with Wardlow, and just all. And involving Punk finally with the Wardlow thing where they interacted, where finally Wardlow was like, fuck you. And then we got but yes, I mean, CM Punk, MJF, I really don't think, again, really anything came close to it. That I can't even think of a runner-up, honestly, where there's a multi-match feud.
I mean, it's hard not to consider Rollins and Rhodes this year.
Okay,
they had great matches,
and it's going to continue. So I mean, they did have great matches. So yeah, but that again, was that the other
one of them?
May going to the women's, like Bianca had multi matches with what? Someone was it
Becky? Well, I mean, I know she had SummerSlam and then WrestleMania.
Bailey. Trying to think of just like a long.
She had multiple matches with Bailey too.
I guess the longest feud in WWE this year probably was Seth and Cody.
Yeah, I mean, technically, it's currently still going on.
But God damn it, we have unanimous feud of the year award winners. Congratulations, CM Punk and MJF.
MJF got 2 of those bad boys.
Oh boy, we are hopping in to the moments of the year, and first up, we are going to do best moment of the year hit. All right, the best moment of the year. I am going to kick this off.
I'm curious. I'm very curious what's in that red envelope.
Best moment of the year. And this is the one I said before, ladies and gentlemen. I had a tie. I could not choose between these two moments for me. And so best moment of the year to me is when I geek out as a wrestling fan. That's my best moment, when I go like that. And I get very excited. There's goose chills, douche chills, all the goosies and deuces all over the place. It's fantastic. So both of these are debuts. First off is going to be Cody Rhodes' debut at WrestleMania. It was something that we talked about. We knew it was coming, but still, when the moment happened and the lights went down and the fireworks went off, and you just heard that beginning of his song where it's like doom, and it's just like that weird dropping in the beginning of his song, and everyone already knew exactly, and you just hear the crowd. I'm literally getting goosebumps right now talking about it. And wrestling only has, and you know the whole thing. That was just a moment where now I literally have all the goosies everywhere. But there was somebody else who debuted. He debuted in Philadelphia here where we're doing this live. And he was my most anticipated person out of all of this nonsense of wrestling. He was taking from us during COVID. He had no right to be taken from us. They killed the character, but they brought him back so nicely. it was different. People maybe were not the biggest fans of it. The QR codes, the white rabbits, but the way that they debuted Bray Wyatt at Extreme Rules, from the characters in the crowd and going one by one all the way down to shooting to the Fiend and the door and him coming out with the lantern. I just thought it was just like the epitome of Bray Wyatt. We got a little bit of the Fiend. We got a little bit of the Eater of Worlds. It was just, I don't know. And then when he came back, he just didn't know what was like, is he going to be like a Bray Wyatt-ish kind of? And we still don't know to this point. But that moment just where he came back, and again, I don't know where we're going with this. We got a Mountain Dew sponsored match, his first match back. So again, this could blow up completely in my face. But my two best moments are the debuts of Cody Rhodes and Bray Wyatt.
So is that technically like a tie?
It's my tie.
That's your tie.
They couldn't. Okay. I couldn't give one over the other one. So debuts. We got a double debut.
Love it. I agree with everything you said about what makes the best moment of the year. The geek out moment. We said it a bunch of times. We had it in the back of a car when CM Punk returned. This year, there is video proof of my geek out moment of the year.
I know yours.
And this may be biased. Call it bias. Call it whatever you want. It is Steve Austin returning to WrestleMania and having an actual goddamn match. That, I mean, you can't. For me, that was that will probably be moment of the year in 2023 because I don't want it to be anything else.
It was right. It was right there. I couldn't do a three-way tie, but that was like my number.
It was the perfect. It was the perfect build. It was the perfect opponent. It was the perfect place. It was the perfect match for Steve Austin to come back and do what he did. And then he didn't. It wasn't like last night on SmackDown where Cena just gets tagged in, does his greatest hits, and calls it a day. This guy took a suplex on the concrete floor. He took a stunner. He did all this shit. And then some. And more. Steve Austin returning at WrestleMania 38 was the moment of the year. The best moment of the year. Moment of the year.
I cannot disagree. It was beautiful. We'd like to congratulate Cody, Bray, Steve. Can't wait till you guys get those awards. It's going to be fantastic. For everything that's great, there has to be something that is not so great. Oh my God, you wrote that? That was terrible. What are you doing? We got these writers that write these segues that are garbage, pure garbage. So no other, it's worst moment of the year. See how easy that is? Worst moment of the year. So we texted last night saying that we had everything filled out except this and jaBROni of the year because, I already knew my jaBROni of the year. I just didn't write it down. But worst moment, I still was like, oh, I don't know. But you are starting this off. I know my worst moment of the year, and it would be so funny if this somehow was the exact.
There's no way that we have the same one because mine, I think, is a hot take, and I don't even know if I necessarily agree with my own hot take. But I literally have I did not want to do Breakout. I didn't want to do the CM Punk stuff. That is something that nobody expected. That just there was nothing that grew into something. Didn't need to happen, but because of Punk's lack of filter, something happened. My worst moment of the year is something that also could have easily been avoided and didn't need to happen. The build to it was amazing. The actual thing itself should not have happened. And he's also currently in the news. Well, not in the news, but like
They said in the nude.
No, not in the nude. Well, probably at some point. He's had a lot to say on his own podcast about certain individuals, and he has a new documentary that's on Peacock. My worst moment of the year, it's not the event, it's the match. Ric Flair's last match was my worst moment of the year. It did not need to happen. A 70-something-year-old man bleeding doesn't need to happen. Him faking a heart attack during the match doesn't have to happen. Because probably half the people that were there probably thought it was actually happening. It was a mess, which really that is half to what you expect from that. It wasn't great. It was weird from the moment he walked down the ramp trying to show off his world heavyweight title. It was awkward. It was the worst moment of the year. Ric Flair's last match.
Oh boy.
Shut up.
Oh boy. I mean, it wasn't great. Believe me. All right. Let's see here.
I thought you were about to say Ric Flair's last match. I was like, shut up.
It's not going to be his last match. He's coming back. All right. My worst moment of the
reason
year.
why it's the moment of the year.
Wow, this is shocking. Worst moment of the year happened on December 30th, 2022. This was discussed because I thought it was hilarious. It was what you texted me. So Mike was watching Mike was watching SmackDown and he was on
answer.
That's what I thought it was gonna be, honestly, because this is what popped out immediately.
Oh, I had it in my head this morning too, because Ric Flair's last match was my placeholder. Remember, I told you I had placeholders in case I didn't think of anything. But then I thought of it and I forgot it. Motherfucker. This is true.
I want to pull up the exact. So I got like a half hour in the SmackDown, and I was watching it, and you were watching Ronda and Raquel, and I was like, oh, it's gonna start get interesting for you soon, because I was ahead. I was already, I think, at the main event, and you didn't know that Charlotte was gonna come back and then end up having a match and then end up winning the title. So that's all happening. So I already see Cena come out. So they had KO comes out first, and then Cena comes out, and they showed the back of Cena's head. I was just like, oh no, this looks terrible. What are we doing here? Like, and again, Mike is back. I'm in the future of watching SmackDown in his mind right now. He's in the past. He's watching Charlotte come out. He's like, oh my fuck, she's got a new song. Oh my god, holy shit. Oh, what? Oh, she kicked out of the boot. Oh my god, is Ronda going to retain? And I'm watching the back of John Cena's head, and I'm like, what is happening right now? So finally get to you say, and oh shit, Charlotte. Where's it at?
It's there. Somewhere.
Okay. I get oh my god, Cena needs to shave his head. And this is at 10:39. And so I already was going nuts because my wife came home from work right at the time when Cena was coming out, and and she walked into the room, and I was like, John's back. And I was like, oh my God, I said it. And then she came over and she saw it.
I'm so glad you were on a first name basis with John.
Yeah, it's like John's back. She knows when John comes back. She hears the horns and she knows. But you said that, and you said, "Oh my God, that just physically upset me," and it did. Like, and I was making jokes like a Peacemaker. We don't see that in Peacemaker. I don't know if they strategically do some spray painting or they just put like a CGI patch, like a green. He just wears like a green thing on his head, and they CGI his hair, but. We don't like seeing John like that. It makes me feel old personally. I don't like how he makes me feel at that point. Like, I love John.
I'm pretty sure he's the first guy where I remember his debut, and now I see him like this. You know, because I don't remember Steve Austin's debut. You know, I don't remember The Rock's debut.
We need to shoot him from the front, everybody. Okay, when he bounces off the ropes to try to come back to us, to throw it up. We cut away for a second when he's bouncing off the ropes. I don't want to see his back. This might be selfish of me. I'm sorry. But my worst moment of the year is John Cena's bald spot.
Such a good moment. I mean, it's such a good pick for the worst moment of the year.
It came out of nowhere and abruptly. John's coming back. I'm excited. It was not. Yeah. It was a shot. I've been thinking about maybe possibly cutting the hair, and after I saw that, I was like, I'm never cutting my hair ever again. I'll never do it. So worst moment of the year, hands down.
Like it's bad. Like it's Shawn Michaels, man. He was the reigning worst bald spot winner, but I mean for years too. But John Cena took that. Like it was WrestleMania 23 all over again. John Cena beats Shawn Michaels 1, 2, 3, or makes him tap out. Whatever he does, John Cena wins the bald spot. Worst bald spot for men ever. Jesus Christ.
He needs to pull Hogan or go drastic.
Look, shave your head, dude. I said it last night. Bald Cena has great heel run in him. Do it. Be a drug dealer. Do something. Do everything kids shouldn't love. Be like a husky ass drug dealer who kidnaps people. I don't know.
It would work. It would work. But I mean, I guess this is kind of the one of there's 2 out of the 11 awards you probably don't want to get. This is one of those 2. But we got 4 more left here, all leading up. We're getting there. 3 more until the main one. But we're gonna get to before we get to the male and female wrestler of the year, we're gonna get to first. We have to have a match before we figure out who's that. So let's do match of the year. Hit it. All right, so we've reached match of the year, and this again probably could be a sexy pick, not for all the wrestling websites and whatnot, because it's not an AEW, unfortunately. But we're gonna move our way over to WWE for.
How do you know?
Match of the. I watched the Fools. I can see what the Fools do. Oh. The Fools might not be able to see what I do sometimes, or they can see, but I see what the Fools do. I see what the Fools always are putting out. I see the foolish takes. I see the biasness. So again, they're not going to like that my match of the year is in WWE. You might have a couple ones who have this, because it is the sexy pick within the company, I guess. But you got to go back to the day of Hell in a Cell. When you hear the news about Cody Rhodes, and then everyone on the internet try to figure out, it's like, all right, dude's got a torn pec. There's no way this guy's going to have a match. And I guess it's the whole presentation of the match, from the entrance to the reveal to just using it completely to, It's the only match again this year that stuck out to me. And I don't know again if it was just because of the insane purpleness or just I remember spots. And to me, it's again, when I think of a match of the year, I think of one where after watching wrestling for almost 400 days, I know there's 365. I'm not stupid, but I'm rounding up.
You missed 65 days of watching wrestling, you think?
I mean, it's at some point each day I've seen something of wrestling throughout each day, even if
You're
it's
good.
just a second.
You're good.
Something, or if I'm on Twitter, I'll watch like a clip or something.
I watch that shit every night when I go to sleep. Are you kidding me?
I'm
watching John Cena debut on Raw for the first time right now. All right, that's highlight right now.
I'm professional. Okay, try.
And guess what? He had
except
a full head of hair.
Yeah, I know. And he had like the ski. He used to have the Biff.
Yes, he had fucking
I'm not
Biff. Yeah, Biff Cena right now.
Hair's tight. Having hair is tight. Having hair is definitely. I feel like I'm at like an open mic at like a stand up. I'm looking at this.
So airline food, huh?
Yeah. What's the deal? do my hack Jerry Seinfeld.
I feel like this green screen is delaying my movement. Not your green screen, my green thing. It's delaying my movement.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm literally on stage, so
yeah, you're fine. It's probably
don't know about that. Look how real all of this looks here.
Totally real.
So anyway, I digress. To my match of the year is Hell in a Cell, Cody versus Seth. Good night. I'm gonna go get my guitar.
You know, it's funny. I think the worst pay-per-view that the WWE has are the gimmick pay-per-view cells specifically.
Oh, this is the last time we're ever going to see Hell in a Cell too.
What?
The pay-per-view.
Because A, it's red. And B, I hate gimmick pay-per-views. Hell in a Cell is a special match. And should remain a special match to end feuds. Just watch Triple H Batista. That shit was fire. However, it's also very interesting how Hell in a Cell had the fucking match of the year. Because I, too, went with Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins as my match of the year. Swear to God. And everything you said about it. It was the best of the three, in my opinion. And all three of them were fucking excellent. It was just from the reveal of his pec to just how they used the bruised pec in the match. Everything. It was so good. It was absolutely match of the year. And probably of my three match of the year winners these past 3 years now, probably number one of those three. Because I'd have to rank them: this one, the Lucha Bros Young Bucks tag match, and then Edge versus Randy Orton. So maybe Edge versus Randy Orton. Never. Anymore, at least.
We got another unanimous. So a big shout out and congrats to.
Yeah, man. People collecting these things, man. This is like crazy. Everyone's collecting multiple ones. I'm so excited for them.
All right. We are down to now the final three awards of the night. We will go to Female Wrestler of the Year.
Can I just say something?
Absolutely.
I think we're going to also agree on this one.
Yes. I mean, she was already mentioned. Are you starting this one off?
Maybe not. Maybe not then. Maybe not. Yes, I am starting this off. So maybe not then. Because I don't think she was mentioned at all. Honestly, I knew it last year. I don't think she had a bad year. I don't think she had Female Wrestler of the Year, good year. And then I looked at Brittany Baker. I don't really think hers as wrestler of the year. Becky was out. Bailey, nothing.
Came back
Right home
in
about.
July or August,
Yeah.
SummerSlam.
Nothing to write home about. Whatever. So I go back to AEW. Like, oh, the fucking baddest bitch had the best year out of all of them. Jade Cargill is female wrestler of the year. She's taken this Pose championship and brought it to relevancy like no other. Still running. She's running the show. She is more relevant than the actual AEW Women's Champion, who I can't even tell you who it is because I don't remember.
JB Hayter?
Thanks. Yeah. Her. Jade Cargill, female wrestler of the year. Tell me why I'm wrong, and I'll tell you why you're wrong.
I'll tell you why you're wrong. She's unfortunately, that's great that she has the TBS, the hose title. But you have to be somewhat of a really good wrestler also to it doesn't matter if you have a title. That's great. That's cool. But again, let's move back to it's nice that you're trying to give like an honorable mention to AEW. That's
what are you talking about? They got whoa. I take offense to that. They got 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I know. You're trying to.
They got 4 now. They got 4.
I know you're trying to. You're trying to.
I'm not trying to please
the woke media.
The marks. All right. I ain't trying to please them. Just how the way the cookie crumbles.
If we had a pay-per-view of the year, oh my God, which of the 4 would you choose? That's basically what I would know from you right now. Was it full gear?
WrestleMania 38.
Was it all in?
How come pay-per-view of the year is not on here also? Now that
I don't know. Maybe
you got worst moment of the year. You don't got WrestleMania. I had a freaking brain cramp thinking of worst moment of the year.
We can always add things. We can build this up to as many as we want. We could do Goober of the year, whatever we want. Just make up things. I was trying to keep them mostly positive, but I feel like we should go negative. I feel like we should go 50-50 next year.
You brought that shit. Go ahead. What is it?
Anyway,
Who is it? Who is it?
Wrestler of the year. Easy. It's Bianca Belair again. Like, what are we doing here? She knows how to wrestle, and any match she's in, entertaining.
No. It's P break. That's what it is. It's P break. It's P break.
You can't say that. No, that's a lot of. I agree with that. With many things. I'm not the biggest fan of AEW's women's division with the whole Thunder Rosa nonsense.
Neither am I. But Jade is away from all that stuff because she is in her own division. It's the Jade Hill division.
She's in nothing. Nothing. I don't care about her feuding with Athena for 4 months or whatever. These no.
She can't help. She cannot help who is put in front of her. All she does is mow that shit down. Much like Roman Reigns, can't help but what's put in front of him. You think Logan Paul decided to just deserves whatever this title shot he got? Nope. But you know what? Roman Reigns just mowed him. Guess what? Jade Cargill mowed Athena the fuck down. And she wouldn't do it to anybody on that roster.
Compare Roman Reigns to fucking Jade Cargill. You are insane. I'm the biggest fan of Jade. I love her, but she's not. When it comes to a wrestler of the year, like you, I think we're forgetting about that. Like we're forgetting about the wrestler aspect of it. It's like if it were, this is like female superstar of the year, maybe.
No, see, female superstar of the year is probably Bianca.
She's a better. So I agree. Like I don't see why not. But are we not agreeing that Bianca's a better wrestler than Jade? Or are you just saying of Bianca's work the past year?
Yeah, the past year. It's yearly. We should do this show yearly. It's female
know,
wrestler
but
of the year.
This past year, I can remember more good. I can't even think of a good Jade match at all. No offense. Again, I like her. She's always my 10 or no, my 14 or 15 point pick because those pay-per-views are so long. And I put all my confidence points on her. I know she's going to beat the insert name here, obviously. Give me that layup. Give me those 15 points.
Does that not tell you? And does that not tell you why she's female wrestler of the year? Doesn't matter the match. Doesn't matter how good the matches are. It matters how dominant.
No, it matters how the matches are. This is why. This is why I give them this prestigious honor of being the jaBROni.
So are you saying that we should have a wrestler of the year and entertainer of the year? Would you pick her as your entertainer of the year or your female entertainer of the year? Because AEW swears to God that they are wrestlers, not entertainers. Unless you're part of the JAS.
This is one where I guess we're just completely on different.
We're not even in the same damn library.
Yeah, I'm not. She's you
cannot have Jade Cargill on your
confidence points. She's a money grab for me. I use her for my confidence points when we have our predictions.
Terrible. That's terrible.
But I don't know. I just don't. And again, it's what she's matched up against, and I feel like a lot of her stuff is hidden. I don't know. But again, congratulations to Jade and Bianca. Oh my God, you guys are female wrestlers of the year.
Good job, Jade. Good job.
Good job, Jade. Good job, Bianca. And Nikki ASH. You changed your ways. You get an honorable mention. You're I don't know what you're doing right now, but you're not a superhero. Oh my God. I'm scared to get into this one now. Because I've changed.
Nikki gets an honorable mention. Do you not give an honorable mention to Jade?
No, she's a female wrestler of the year. You gave her that honor already. I don't
know. You give her props. That's what I want. You gave Nikki Ash props before Jade.
I said that I love Jade. I don't know how many times I've said that. It's been known throughout the years that I've been.
You know what? But you did. You said it after you said something else, and what you said something else distracted me from the fact that you said it. So all I heard,
remember
negative Jade Cargill thing. Positive Jade Cargill thing that got lost, and then I heard you say Nikki and Jade and honorable mentions. That can't happen.
That can't happen. I said I just don't have any matches that I remember from Jade, and I don't have any.
I hardly watch AEW. You don't need to watch them.
I feel like you're just using your for a money grab, honestly.
I got no money. I'm already the champion. You see it? I never win the title. The next AEW pay-per-view we do, we're gonna win it because you watch way more of it than I do. That's totally different. It's the fact that Jade Cargill is the female wrestler of the year.
I watch everything, meaning just AEW and WWE because I'm a goddamn professional. God damn it. Except this week because I didn't watch anything barely. But
piece of shit.
And
you just said you didn't watch it this week.
I just didn't watch Raw this week. At all. Not even a second. I didn't watch. Was Cody? I think Cody. There was a Cody interview on Raw. I heard.
It's a best of show. You didn't need to watch it. You seen it already.
Was it a best of? Well, it wasn't.
Yes. Oh, you acting like you didn't know that.
Was it not live?
No, it was a best of show.
Oh, I didn't know that at all. It's on my DVR because USA didn't deceive me and they didn't put it on fucking Discovery Channel on Raw because it's always on at 8 o'clock on USA every week, and no one fucks with it. I'm sorry, I swore.
All right, this got heated.
Male Wrestler of the Year. All right, so we are on Male Superstar of the Year. Male Wrestler of the Year, and I have something written down here, but I'm actually going because it just reminded me of something, and instantly I was like, oh no, you know what? He's the Wrestler of the Year just because of that one thing. It's not one thing; it's a big thing. But who starts this off? Is this me?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So I could do this then. I originally had Roman Reigns written down here, but scratch all of that.
Yeah.
I forgot. Remember when Seth Rollins was gonna have a match with somebody at WrestleMania, and we didn't know who it was until they showed up.
No idea.
No idea. But there had to be a build to that. And you know the person who single-handedly built that thing for months?
Seth fucking Rollins.
It was Seth fucking Rollins. And let's just think of when he has a match. It's always good. So that's like the full package there. Oh my God. I was saying for years, it's like, I want the blonde streak Rollins. That's cool. Let's bring it back. How about we just put blonde streaks throughout our entire hair and be even more cooler? So just overall, this is all aspects of building a feud with nobody there to just always putting on entertaining matches and being involved in also my match of the year. I'm going to give my Male Wrestler of the Year to Seth Rollins. Yeah, we love you, Seth.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
Make love to me, Seth.
My Male Wrestler of the Year goes to Hook.
That's a joke.
It is a joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a joke. I know that's a joke.
Wrestler of the Year goes to CM Punk. It's also a joke. My actual Male Wrestler of the Year, and I'm so glad that we got that disagreement out of the way, because now we can mend fences, because once again we agreed. Seth Rollins, Male Wrestler of the Year.
Let's go!
Right. You can't. Here's the bottom line. You get people to sing your theme song, you're Male Wrestler of the Year. You don't need anything else. All right, you need a little bit more. Your attires are really great. Cool. You fucking have the biggest drip ever. Awesome. You United States champion. You make that title relevant. You make everybody want that title. Motherfucker, you had Austin Theory cash in on that title because of how important you made it. I don't care what they really said. I don't care what Austin Theory said. It was you, Seth. It was you. And let's go back a little bit. Can we go back a little bit? Let's go back to the beginning of 2022.
Hell yeah.
The stuff he was doing with KO when they were teaming up, they were best friends, and then trying to steal Kevin Owens' spotlight and trying to get Steve Austin on his non-existent talk show. Fucking beautiful. Seth Rollins, Male Wrestler of the Year.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Yeah. Again, I think when I put Roman down, I was just more of a just the run he's on. It's like,
yeah, kind of like Bianca Belair.
And again, and this is where I do think a female wrestler of the year is like an overall, like, kind of maybe hitting on like 3 different things. And maybe like for Jade, like when I was saying that, I just maybe don't think she hits on one of the things for me personally that would give her the overall. And again, maybe it's just the wording of the word wrestler being in there. But Seth Rollins, I mean, he's always entertaining. And again, I would have to say too, you said everyone sings his theme song. That's great. I still hate it. I love the original Seth Rollins theme
So do I.
song.
I mean, so do I. But I mean, you know,
I like how
we don't
it's
have that.
over, but to me, it's still. And they throw that the burn it down thing is like the worst thing about when all the iterations of his.
Yeah, they took it too far with it.
But
Like, it was cool the
that
first
drum beat in his original entrance, when you hear that boom, 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 it's just I don't know. I'm a sucker for theme, and that's a big thing too. That has a factor.
You know,
in
when you
the whole
explain
presentation.
when you
I'm a
explain
big
the whole
fan.
like entrance, like the theme song thing, it made way more sense when you told me that you were thinking about adding theme song of the year last
Which
night.
I think we're gonna add that next year.
Are we-
We're adding.
I mean, it's just like there's no comparison to "Carry On My Wayward Son," motherfucker. Weeks ago, even last week, and actually, when that song hit, it got Dana actually to look up from her phone and was like, "Whose entrance is this?" And she saw who it was, and she was like, "Oh my god, that's such a boss entrance!" Like, if you can get somebody who doesn't even watch your shit to look up at the TV, that's you can't argue with that. That's gonna be an AEW. That category is gonna be an AEW win every year because they actually buy the rights to the songs.
I'm a huge Brave fan. I like Shattered. You said it sounds like a My
I
Chemical
do.
Romance.
Yeah, I do like Shattered.
But I'm a big lyric guy. So if you listen if you look at the lyrics of everything, lyrics are a big thing. And I love how, like, Bray Wyatt's dude's had 3 different theme songs, and they're literally probably all in my top 5. Broken Out of Love, Hurt, Heal, like, come on. And now Shattered, come on. This guy is bangers for themes.
He does.
And I mean, Uncena too. I mean, see it. Come on. Word Life? Are you kidding me? And then, oh God, a Wrestler of the Year. God damn it. And we've reached it finally. This is the one you don't want to get. This is the one that's, I dread it. Past recipients of this award. One, we gotta get rid of that. Past recipients. We've had the Mysterios in here.
What a 360 they did, huh? What a 360.
Like,
especially down there.
We changed things.
We changed lives.
Nikki ASH. Fix that one. I feel like they were. That was and Tony Khan, because we had unanimous.
Yeah, Mysterios were unanimous. Yes, Mysterios were unanimous because they were just
last year was
so many times.
So yeah, they had year 1. Year 2 was Nikki ASH and Tony Khan, which leads us to now the 3rd year, our entrance into the jaBROni wall of shame, I guess. But
yeah,
jaBROni of the year time. He cut you off, not me.
So, you know, it's all good.
Everything's fine.
I mean, you think back on off the top of my head, you know, you got a lot of McFoleys, you got a lot of Noel Foleys. I know there was a moment where maybe the Foleys were the next family to be inducted into the jaBROni Wall of Shame.
Foley's towards the end of the summer, it really seemed like the Foleys were locked into getting
a lot of celebrities on the jaBROni of the Week awards, you know, going from R. Kelly to Kanye West. Had a lot of those. You know, you had probably me on there at one point. I think my daughter was on there at one point. Did she do enough to be jaBROni of the Year? Who knows? Could be. Just a lot of things going around, and now it's all come down to this. It's all come down to that one motherfucking jaBROni who just did it for you for the rest of the year. And I can't wait to hear yours. Or is it me starting? It's me starting off.
Yeah,
all right. Well, look, I told you last night I had 2 placeholders. One was What was it? I forget. I forget one. Oh, it was the worst moment of the year. Ric Flair's last match, where I went with that placeholder. And this year, honestly, I mean, he's the placeholder, but really, is he like he deserves it? He deserves it. I mean, on top of like the big thing, I mean, he really took some of your favorites and almost destroyed them, almost killed their character. Sometimes some would say that they did kill his character or kill the character. I'm gonna do it. Last year was Tony Khan. It's Vince McMahon. He's jaBROni of the year. He is my jaBROni of the year. You have not. Let's just forget about all the poor decision making you do when you have the book. The scandal business. Whoa. Whoa. And then also, as kind of jaBROni of the year annex, all the people that would cheer you at when, like the last feeble attempt when this scandal came out, and you would show up to SmackDown and show up to Raw, and you get your cheers and your woos and whatever from the fans. Pitiful. Pitiful. And then you want to come back when we finally have good space. It's not the best space. When we finally have some TV, some good TV to watch, you want to come back? Bitch, stay at home. Enjoy retirement. Be a poppy. Be a sugar daddy to somebody.
Date fucking blondes, dude.
Dude, you don't need this anymore. Go away forever. Don't die, but go away. Just go away. You didn't receive bad advice. You received really, really, really good advice. Just step away. Because look at us. We would be watching Bray Wyatt and his Uncle Howdy mystery. I don't think we'd be watching Sami Zayn do what they're doing right now. I don't know what the fuck we'd be watching on Raw. Because Raw still sucks. But it's better than whatever it was when Vince was there. We'd still be watching Austin Theory on his cell phone. Imagine that. Austin Theory was so close to being Breakout Star of the Year. If Vince McMahon is still here, that doesn't happen. In my opinion. Vince, I'm sorry, bro. You're jaBROni of the year. Whether anyone likes to admit it or not, you're jaBROni of the year. That's a shame. Of the year. I loved you. I looked up to you. You're an asshole.
From TK to VKM.
Tony Khan still pisses me off.
All right, I have mine right here, but I know what's inside of this, and this is completely unnecessary to me. All right, I took the personal approach this year of this whole thing. I've been very quiet about why we even started a new YouTube channel this year, where things have changed over the past year. But it just goes down to my jaBROni of the year is just in like a little circle. It's just these wrestling news sites in general, in which one we were involved with, and our show was on there for a while, and nothing but appreciative for the opportunity to have this show on there along with something that was built long before that. But that was in the past, and now we are where we are at now, and it is way, way better. I am way more happy about this whole situation, but it goes back to all of these sheep and these people who all just so happen to agree on the same things all the time. And it always just so happened to always be the complete opposite take that I would have on everything when it came down to the smallest thing that wouldn't even matter. There would just be everybody that seemed on, and then like, for the most part, like an 80-20, where it's just like, we're like involved with this thing that it's just like where I don't agree with anything that anybody says, and it's just at a certain point you're just like, you kind of don't want to be involved in that, especially when people involved with it start becoming crazy. So it again just comes back to this whole mentality of them wanting to be more part of the show. They want to be who we're talking about. They want to be up for one of these awards. They want to be Wrestler of the Year. They want to be. They're not. They're dirt sheet writers. They're these people who are the definition of the word jabroni. They want to be more in it. They want to be in battle royals. They want to get thrown out of them. They want to do dumb shit. They want to try to be part of it. And they're not. No one's here for that. When I see a report and it's per one of these sites, I'm like, God. I like one site, and I almost didn't. I think it's wrestlingnews.co that I usually go. And then they started one of those sites when Twitter was about to go down. What was it called? You started Hive or Fiverr or
Hive.
What was it called?
Hive. Come on.
And instantly I was almost like, what are you guys doing? Come on. What are we doing here? I like you guys. This is where I get my news from. Stuff we talk about.
You don't have to hate him because he went to another social media site.
I can't. I can joke. What this all is. This is all. I really don't hate these people.
Hate's a strong word. I didn't use it.
Yes, I don't. They're like, again, it all goes back to the word fools. They are fools. Again, I have no ulterior motives. I don't want to make money off YouTube. I don't want to make money off setting up a camera at a media scrum. I don't have those intentions. I don't want to interview wrestlers. That's not what any of this ever was. I have no interest in doing that. I don't want to act like I like people when I don't. That's okay. I don't need to like everybody. I don't need to agree with you. But at a certain point, you just watch all the sheep and everything. One website I showed you a screenshot from, one we know well. What was it, like Company of the Year or Pay-Per-View of the Year or something? And there was like 9 or 10 people.
Company of the Year. Company of the Year.
What was it?
It was Company of the Year.
You just see the bias, and it's just insane. So I choose to ignore all of it. So this for the final time of this year, this is the year where we have emancipated.
We shed.
We're on our own
skin.
And this is but the final time. But all those wrestling nonsense websites,
we shed.
They are the jabroni of the year. So we got VKM and all the little wrestling dirt sheet nerds as well. And again, this is probably the second time I mentioned it all year, and it's the final time it will be mentioned. But that will do and close out the third annual Jabroni Awards right there. I'd like to congratulate all the award winners for the most part, except, a few for 2 of those awards. Probably don't want those. Well, we get back now to regularly scheduled programming next week. This is when we had plans of this going an hour. This is long, though, and this is what happens. It's an award show. It's a celebration.
You said 45 minutes to an hour. I'm like, that's probably going to be an hour, 45 minutes.
I went through my whiskey just about, disappeared there because of, obviously, this isn't a green screen. So we will be back next week to continue on, talk about the week that was in wrestling, and start our journey towards the 4th annual Jabroni Awards. We have the Jabroni World Champion, Mike Butler. We'll be getting ready to defend that thing end of the month at the Royal Rumble. And a bunch of more nonsense coming up for 2023. Figuring out all the ideas and plans and trying to get them in motion for at some point doing these episodes weekly remotely together and getting the whole production value of the show up and only going to the StreamYard route of things for when it's literally not possible to be able to meet up and do the show in the same building together. So in 2023, that's one of the things hopefully we will be able to
resolutions. I am in complete agreement with you.
Predictions, and hopefully sooner in the first quarter of the year, where we'll slowly get everything going where we could do this. And I don't think it will be that hard. I mean, doing this shit for like 10 years now, so the video aspect's a little bit newer, but look for that coming in the new year, and then hopefully just more video projects. I mean, this is longer out of the way, but we're going to have Mania in Philly coming up in
you'll see us gearing up for that this year.
So we're going to have a new studio and just more things coming up on the show. But besides that, you can follow us on YouTube. Go like, subscribe, notifications, the bell, all that. We are youtube.com/the Jabronis Pod, Twitter Jabronis Pod, Twitch Jabronis Pod. You can follow me. I am Happy Jabroni on Twitter.
I am Madcap Jabroni on Twitter. I got a TikTok, Butler 1127 and stuff, and all that good stuff. And I'm Jabroni World Champion.
He is, but Royal Rumble, I don't know. Could be a rough one.
Yeah, it might be. But don't worry, because I got my Mountain Dew Pitch Black to save me.
Oh, shit. Son of a bitch. You and your sponsored matches. All right. Well, everybody, it's been one hell and interesting of a 2022. I believe he started the year as your Jabroni World Champion, and he's ending the year as your Jabroni World Champion as well. See if I could do something about that. But acknowledge him. Your Jabroni World Champion 2022, and hopefully 2023. Never know. Let's see how long this reign goes.
Who knows? It's been going on pretty long.
But I guess until next week, Jabronis and 2022.
Ooh.
Out.
Jabroni, JABRONI, XYZ, ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jabroni. We don't believe jabroni. Nah, we don't believe